How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode 6 of our West Ham United career mode, and we are going to get right into the action. We're starting out with a huge match against Newcastle United, obviously, coming off a massive 2-0 victory against Liverpool, our first victory in the league this season. This is the team we're going to be running with KOUYATE up in support of Sacco, Lanzini and Moses on the wing yet again, Noble, KOUYATE through the middle, Tompkins coming in for Ogbonna, who is injured. Then, of course, we're going to have Jenkinson right back, Cresswell at left back, and Adrian in goal. And it's going to be a massive, massive game. Obviously, we're back at home at the Bowen Grounds. Our last season here in real life in the game. Obviously, we're going to continue at the Bowen the whole way through. But Newcastle very much struggling like they are in real life. So we think we have a great chance at taking advantage of that. For us, our big player to watch, Dimitri Payet, 2 goals in 5 appearances so far in the season. Obviously, we want him to put in an absolute shift and lead us to victory if he can, in fact, do it. But there's going to be our lineup. Sacco up top, some of the big subs on the bench, Carroll, Zarate, Antonio in terms of offensive, opportunistic players maybe come on as a solid substitute. In the Newcastle lineup, obviously, they made some big money moves that haven't as yet paid off as they sit bottom of the table. Krul in goal, of course, and Mbemba, one of their new center backs they've brought in. Tovin on the right wing. Wijnaldum through the center, who's a fantastic player. Ayoze Perez, the youngster, did so well for them last year, will be leading the line. But first chance does fall to Newcastle. Tovin does very well to get past our captain, Mark Noble. He then beats Ogbonna to get in within a striking distance of goal from about 20 yards, but Adrian does very well to tip the ball over. Payet then with a double step over, beats one defender, then uses pace to beat Mbemba, but strikes it, and it is deflected just wide of the post by Colaccini. Beautiful bit of play from Payet. Lovely skill to beat 2 defenders, one with pace, one with technique and skill, and he does, in fact, win us a corner, which he'll whip in. Look for the head of Ogbonna. His shot is saved. KOUYATE on hand. Shot saved again. Hits him in the chest, and he finally gets it into the back of the net. Cheku KOUYATE with a lovely finish. Great bit of play leading up to it. Wonderfully whipped ball in from Payet. Ogbonna's downward header is unbelievably saved by Krul. He makes a second save on KOUYATE. The rebound of that actually hits him in like the chest and falls forward. It looked like it was going to go in anyways, but he makes absolute sure of it with a little tap in. And just like that, it's 1-0 to the Cockney boys. West Ham United ahead 1-0 at home. Payet then with another bit of skill leads forward, gets around Haidara, plays the ball into Cheku KOUYATE. He dances around Fabrizio Colaccini, looks to take on Wijnaldum as well. He does have the strength over top of the man, and it's a great finish from KOUYATE. He does beat Krul at his near post. You wonder if maybe the Belgian stopper could have done a bit better, but it's a great finish from the Senegalese. KOUYATE doing so well. We know how much pace he has. For his CDM, he has like 87 pace, sprint speed, and everything like that. He's unbelievable. Great finesse finish as well. Payet does well to create after beating one defender and then playing the ball into KOUYATE, and he does very well. His second goal of the match, and he is an absolute hero right now to give us a 2-0 advantage. But Gouffram gets forward on the left-hand side, gets wrong side of Lanzini, dances past Carl Jenkinson, decides to have a shot, and thankfully for us, it does go just inches wide of Adrian's near post. Another good chance in the 40th minute. Victor Moses, beautiful little step over to get inside of Daryl Yanmet, plays Payet through. He passes back to Moses, but his shot is very weakly hit, and it's an easy save for Krul. Would have been fantastic. Payet's just creating like the Dickens. He does well, dances around one man, fake shots inside. Can he beat Krul? No, Tim Krul with another big save. Payet is just creating left, right, and center, but he can't beat the big hands of Tim Krul. Payet, though, to whip in the corner. He floats it towards the noggin of Victor Moses. He's got a huge forehead, but he can't get enough of that ball past Tim Krul. It's a really good save by the Newcastle stopper. And then 74th minute, Newcastle with a lifeline back into the matchup. James Tompkins takes out Jorginho Wijnaldum. The new boy from PSV is taken out. Tompkins, I mean, it's a tough play. He looks to get a decent amount of the ball there. Wijnaldum, not much in it, but referee does give a penalty. Wijnaldum will step up to take it, and he just flicks it down the center. Adrian just looked like Harry Houdini disappearing from the center of the goal there. He's off to the side all of a sudden, and the ball's right down the middle. Newcastle do have a lifeline into the match. cut our lead in half, but we look to hold on late. Sissoko flips the ball over the top to Tovan, who hits it on the half volley, and thankfully it blazes over the top of Adrian's crossbar. One last chance now in the 90th minute. Newcastle again into Wijnaldum. He tries to turn on the defense into Tovan again, and he's inches wide, thankfully for us, but Antonio's come on to substitute with Andy Carroll late on. Beautiful roulette to dance around the center back Colaccini. He's in through on goal. He sees Carroll at the back post, plays it back to him. Not a great pass, and Krul and the defender stand tall to keep Andy Carroll from finding the back of the net. But the referee's blown the full-time whistle, and that would be all she wrote. A huge 2-1 victory over Newcastle United gives us 2 wins on the trot, 9 points on the season from 5 games. Of course, 2 wins, 3 draws. We're yet to lose in league play, which is absolutely fantastic for us. As a whole, really. KOUYATE, no question about it, man of the match. A pair of goals. He played ever so well, of course, in holding midfield, in addition to adding goal scoring to his resume. Ogbonna, in my opinion, I thought was very, very strong in defense, so he'll get 2 points in the Moose's Mighty Hammer Blank, and 1 point goes to Dimitri Payet. He created so many chances. He did get the assist on the second KOUYATE goal, and of course, he played the corner in and won the corner that led to the first KOUYATE goal. So overall, an unbelievable performance. Well-deserved victory for us, and we're going to take those 3 points all the way to the bank. But KOUYATE, man of the match from FIFA, man of the match for me as well. After the match, though, Alex Song comes to my office as he wants to let me know that I'm a bit worried. He's read some of the speculation about him. He wants to get another chance to prove he's the best man for the job, obviously. He's fallen down the pecking order behind Mark Noble, our captain, and KOUYATE. It's tough to take either of them out of the lineup at the way they're playing right now. But we do have a match against Manchester City. Maybe Alex Song can get a shout in this game, but we'll see Noble and KOUYATE again in holding midfield. Lanzini, Payet, Moses, Saka. We're basically coming out with the same line, but Reed has come back in for James Tompkins just because he is fully fit now, and we think he can do a fantastic job away at the Etihad against Manchester City. Excuse this. But, I really think they're going to put in a tough shift. They're a title favorite. They got 10 points from 5 matches right now. We're sitting just behind them in the table on a single point. But obviously, we know the quality they have in their side. Boney up front, Aguero on the bench, which is great for us. But De Bruyne is sitting behind him. Unbelievable player. Nasri, Delph in the lineup. Jesus Navas giving some pace on the wings. Yaya Torres, fantastic player. And thankfully for us, they do have a couple of guys on the bench. Company, Caballeros in for Joe Hart. We'll look to take advantage of that in goal. But for us, the usual lineup. Carroll's on the bench again as a second option. Enner Valencia's come back into the team on the bench at least. Obiang as well. Alex Song also on the bench, but we're running out with essentially the same starting 11 that we had in our last matchup. But Sacco does very well. Looks to play Payet through. He does take a deflection. He goes wide early on, looking to break the deadlock and give us a 1-0 lead. But Dimitri again creating. He plays to Diaz for Sacco. They play a bit of a turn there from Sacco, and unfortunately his strike goes well wide of Caballero's goal. Doesn't test the keeper, but early chances going our way into the 41st minute. Now Aaron Cresswell on the ball out wide as he takes it from his fullback partner Jenkinson into Dimitri Payet. He lays off to KOUYATE, and Cheku KOUYATE owns this episode. KOUYATE, the goal-scoring legend. I'll tell you what, the Lion is roaring right now. What a finish from Cheku KOUYATE. Great ball out wide from Dimitri Payet yet again. He creates yet another goal. It's his second assist of the episode on KOUYATE's third goal. It's a lovely finesse finish yet again. He seems to find himself in those attacking positions, because what really happens for us is our wingers get forward, Sacco gets in a scoring position, we find Payet, and then he just looks for who's making a run off the ball. This time it was KOUYATE, and he made sure to emphatically finish it. 1-0 West Ham United. But another chance here late on the stroke of halftime. Lanzini plays a lovely 1-2 Diaz for Sacco. He goes through it. Unfortunately, his touch just eludes him there. He maybe could have given us that 2-0 advantage. But another chance. We are pressing the title challengers so often. Lanzini should have scored there, but unfortunately his shot goes just wide of the far post yet again, straight through the face of goal. Moses dancing through the goal again, and Caballero makes a great save in the 81st minute, but we are dominant right now, and that would be all she wrote. Referee blowing the full-time whistle, and it's a massive, massive 1-0 victory for the Hammers. Unbelievable to take 3 points, just steal them really, and take them back to East London. It's a dominant performance. Possession was fairly even, but we had so many goal-scoring chances, and we deserved the victory, to be honest. I thought City weren't really in the game, and we played phenomenally. So it's another huge victory. Man of the match for me actually was Manuel Lanzini. I thought he was unbelievable on the right wing. He created so many chances for me in particular. 2 points in the Moose Mighty Hammer voting does go to Dimitri Payet, who was FIFA's man of the match. He created another goal, and what more can you say about him? He's an absolute wizard. We've got Payet. Couldn't be happier about it. And 1 point does go to Mark Noble, who I thought played a fantastic game in the center of the park. But following that matchup, more unrest. Enter Valencia unhappy with his playtime. He hasn't broken into the team either, really just because of how well the first team's been playing so far. 3 wins, 3 draws from 6 matches. What can you say? And now, Hammers Headlines, your top source for all West Ham United news. It's back. Love the headlines. Give me suggestions for headlines. Give me questions for press conferences, and you'll see them in future episodes. I guarantee it. Unhappy Hammers in the ranks with a massive matchup against title favorites Manchester City over. The West Ham manager, Moose, has some rife rumors about some unhappy campers. Word out of the West Ham camp is that a pair of last season's regulars, Alex Song and Enter Valencia, are unsettled due to their lack of playing time. Both players are fantastic quality. They need to prove at match speed that they can dislodge the guys who have taken the reins and really batten down those starting positions. Moses has been unbelievable on the wing where Valencia can play, and Sacco has been unbelievable up front, so we don't have a way in for Enter at this time, but if he can score some goals, maybe he'll find his way in there. And in central holding midfield, where Song will be slotting in, Noble's been a great captain. He's been very dependable for us, and KOUYATE is our most energetic player, and you can't take out a man who scored 3 goals in his last 2 matches. You just can't do it, Moose has said. But Irons fans, sound off on this issue. Should Alex Song and Enter Valencia crack the West Ham starting 11? Be sure to let me know in the comments. I want to hear your feedback. As always, guys, be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you want to keep tuning in as we go through this wonderful journey. And, of course, comment. Let me know what you thought. But, as always, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.